If you were back in the 1970s, 1980s, maybe the 90s, you'd be in a hobby magazine such as Popular Electronics, Radio Electronics, and in the back finding various little projects and kits that you could buy, among other things, parts, components, and you could build these at-home projects. Here we have one of those, but this one wasn't found in a hobby magazine. The internet. The internet also is a great source nowadays for these such kits. This one's a little special though. This one actually was designed in the 90s. A little bit of a dinosaur even back then. Nonetheless, still a great little kit. And I call it a dinosaur because of the clock chip used in it, which is my favorite. A well-built kit here in the USA in 2021. Still available from the original designer. A single digit digital clock based on the MM5314. A little note from the seller. Electronics USA. This is an enclosure, well wrapped. AC power adapter. All the parts, we have a 555 timer, 4017 counter, and the MM5314. All the parts needed to put this together, PCB. The last MM5314N digital clock kit, he writes. Pretty interesting. It's true. 2021. So here we have all the great documentation, user instructions. Electronics USA. Our packing list to ensure that you get all the necessary parts to complete your project. Components and values you need to have. Again, components and values. Complete part list here for everything you will need. PCB layout, component layout, basic instructions. Mechanically assembly. What screw and spacer goes where. Hold your board up and the enclosure will slide over top. And you got a little protective felt to keep from scratching your enclosure. It is a red, I don't know if it's polycarbonate or acrylic enclosure. So as you slide your top on, you want to protect that from scratching. The complete schematic, which I'm not going to show you. I like to ask permission, and I never did, so here I am filming. I think I'll skip the schematic. If you were interested in seeing the schematic, message me, I can message him, and we can work from there. There's your trace pattern, foil pattern, used to call it. You notice this is White Rock Products. He explains White Rock Products right here, 1988, and then he changed to Electronics USA. Some warnings. and probably the most important is notes here. Within the notes, the theory of operation. It tells you how the MM5314 is supposed to work in a 4 and 6 digit clock configuration. But for this one, a very unique single digit operation, uses a different supporting circuitry to fake the display to actually operate a sequence 1 digit at a time, your beacon clock to display the time 1 digit at a time. And some basic troubleshooting in case you run into trouble. This should be everything you need to get you going to build your clock. When we come back, it'll be assembled, and I'll go over what we have. Here we have it, working BC-4 time beacon clock, single digit clock, 1 digit at a time. So this is the assembled unit. It's like stepping back in time, putting this baby together. So 12 volt transformer plugs in the back, comes with the jack and the transformer. All the holes are drilled in perfect place, so it's real easy to assemble. To set the time, we'll remove the top. There's fast and slow set buttons here and here. It's a unique clock for time setting, as it's only displaying 1 digit at a time going through its sequence. You have to start with the fast after you determine what time it's flashing and displaying in the first place, and just hold the button down, release it, and watch the sequence. And once you get within the hour and part way into the hour, whatever time it actually is during the day, then you can move over to the slow set. And again, push it, release it, watch the sequence, and just incrementally work its way up. It's just a little weird getting used to setting it. I have another single digit clock using an old circuit design from Charles Carangella and Michael S. Robbins. That one's a little more difficult to set. This one actually displays the sequence a little faster. It's a little nicer than that other single digit clock I have. Also uses the MM5314. So assembly was a breeze. It takes about 2 hours. The most difficult part was actually peeling the backing on the self-adhesive felt pads here that you apply to protect the top when you slide the top on. Other than that, it was a breeze. It was a joy putting it together. You have high and low intensity settings for the display. Right now it's currently set on high. Lights up across the room nicely. Down in the bottom, 12-24 hour switch. It appears that sliding the switch to the right sets you up for 12-hour time, which is what I prefer. And when you're assembling, you have the option of mounting the slow and fast set buttons on the front or the back. I chose the back of the PCB, and that's pretty much all I have to say about this beauty. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be back with more clock stuff, among other things. that I play with. Bye for now. Wire to the wire. Mid construction. If you get a chance, hop over to electronicsusa.com. See their many products. You get into some industry type clocks and timers as well. Maybe you'll find something you'll like.